Meet the Duprees. They're the ones that run things behind the gates of their private community. The core four of the family are Father Vernon, his wife Anita, and their two daughters Nicole and Danny. Let's start with Nicole, or Dr. Nicole to you, whose life seems to be so perfect. She and her husband Ted, who's also a doctor, has 3 children, Martin and Catherine, and also Ted's nephew Andre, whom they've raised. Oh, but then there's Danny, who married Bill, and they had 2 daughters, Naomi and Chelsea. And after 30 years, their daughter Naomi moved her best friend Haley into the house, and she stole her man. And now they're getting married, and Danny's not happy about none of that. But how could she be? Listen, Dupree family, you've got our attention, and we're back again today to get the tea, and I'm here to pour it, because we all want to know what happened today beyond the gates. Good afternoon, gatekeepers, and a very wonderful Wednesday to you all. Thank you for joining me again. And if you haven't yet, please like this video for me and then go on and subscribe if you haven't yet. You know you love me, so go on and subscribe and become a part of the Gatekeepers family. We welcome you with open arms over here. Well, today was pretty good, y'all. I have to admit, it was all right, even though it had the Smitty Martins in it. Boring it up a little bit, but it was better. It was way better. Um, so we got some tea and some more fill-ins for some future gossip. hmm Let me see what's happening down in the comments. As you know, that's where we always start with the people over here. Okay. So we have Tony in the house. And Tony says, greetings, salutations, gatekeepers. Greetings, salutations, Miss Jen. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. I'm expected the tea to be more hotter today as the tea was a little cold yesterday. It was a little tepid. It was not. Tony Lynn says, hi, Miss Jen. Mega thanks so very much. Same to you and everyone. Destiny H. Destiny H is in the house. Says, hello, Tony. Hello, Miss Jen. And hello, gatekeepers. And hello to you, Destiny. Miss B says, hello, Tony, Miss Jen, and gatekeepers. I'm ready for the tea. And hello to you too, Miss B. Tony says, hi, Destiny. Thanks so much. And same to you. Tony says, hi, B. Mega thanks. Greetings to you too. And Destiny says, hi, Miss B. And Linda's in the house. Hey, Miss Linda, my cousin, says, hey, gatekeepers. Miss B says hello to Destiny, hello to Linda, and Elaine is in the house. Says, hey, gatekeepers, get in here. You lad, get in here. The tea is hot. And Blatant Truth is in the house. Hey, Blatant Truth. She says, hello, gatekeepers. And Linda says, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Ding. She's right. Please do that. And Destiny H says, wait a minute, why is this popping up? Now it's talking about share the referral link. Now, can y'all go on with that? I can't see the comments. Okay, let me see. Can I see it now? Linda says, Destiny says, hey, Linda and Blatant Truth. And it forced me to put that thing up there. And Destiny H says hello to Elaine. And KB, mommy is in the house, says hello, gatekeepers. Hello, Miss Jen and my gatekeeper family. I missed you all. Girl, we missed you too. You better get on in here. So Friday, y'all, I guess we're going to go live. We should be at 2,000 subscribers because we at 1,999. So we just need one more over here. Send them on over. And on Friday, we'll celebrate that fact, okay? And then I put together a little something for y'all. And for that, you know how we like to do over here and all of that. Well, anyway, welcome everybody. And even those who haven't checked in and said hello in the comments, we appreciate you and thank you for being here. And also to those who will listen to this broadcast later. And have you subscribed yet? Come on and do it. You know you want to. All right, let's get to what we came for. I know what y'all came for. You came for this gossip about these doggone Duprees and all that goes on behind the gates. First of all, I wanted to say that I had forgot. I mean, I didn't forget, but I was looking at, I don't know what made me rewatch the episode from the other day when Ted went over to Leslie's house and we were all talking about how Ted had lived with her. And I had totally missed that part altogether. And so I just wanted to go back and watch it, right? So one of the things that I realized was I don't think they was living together. No, 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 no. Ted said that he was messing with her while he was still married to Dr. Nicole. So see, now the plot thickens for me anyway. I had missed this as to why Ted does not want to tell Nicole what happened because it would have been easier had they just been dating before her and then she had a baby and he didn't say nothing about it. But Ted was actually seeing her, had her set up, I think, in an apartment or whatever, while he was married to Dr. Nicole. And then he realized the foolishness of what he was doing and he wanted to cut it off. And Leslie ain't over that. She said you wanted to leave me and get back to your little perfect family, your little perfect Nicole. And that's why she mad. See, you got to be careful with them chicks on the side, baby, because a lot of times they be playing the side, but then they want to be, on the team for real, for real. And I guess that's what happened. And she ain't over it. She ain't over it. Let me check these comments one more time before I move. Destiny is saying hello to KB, and Linda said, let me see. Say something so we know you're here. Oh, hey, Dee Dee. Dee Dee is in the house. She said, hey, gatekeepers. All right. So she's right. Say something so we know you're here. You ain't got to say much. Just say hi, whatever. But if not, do your thing quietly. We let you do that too over here. We don't mind. Let me change. I always hate that gray background. Let me put a little something on. Put a little something on the background. Look a bit more cheery. There we go. All right, so let's get down to it. Let me get up here to these picatures. To the picatures. I give today's episode. It was tea sipping loudly. It was. It was. It was giving a little loud tea sipping today. It did. It gave a little bit of that. So we like that. Let's get to it. As I always tell y'all, whenever the Smitty Martins is in it, we gonna always start with them because I just can't ever see them being all that interesting. I'm sorry. Okay, so it opens up with Samantha and Chelsea talking about modeling, and she's given her, trades of the secret about lighting again and all that kind of stuff. And Chelsea talks that she's gonna mess around and start. Chelsea's no, and I was thinking that Chelsea gonna mess around, start missing modeling. The way she was talking about it, she's like, "It's this, it's that," and sometimes you can talk yourself right into something, trying to talk yourself out of it. And so she's given her the highs and the lows of the profession and how people treat you and how they will overly critique you and every little thing until they find something, which is interesting because sidebar. I was looking on one of the Facebook pages today that talks about the gates, and somebody said, "I'm so sick of Ted with that tick that he has." And I'm thinking, what tick that he has? See, they done look so hard they had to find a little something wrong with him. And now he got some kind of tick. I think it is that he um is one of the people. Sometimes when people talk, they kind of push their lips together when they get through talking about. At the end of their sentence, they may tighten their mouth. So I think that must be what it is. But child, let's leave Ted alone. He got enough on his plate right now. But anyway, she's helping her to see that once you get into the limelight, people will start to find things about you that they don't like, and sometimes you'll even start to pick yourself apart. And Chelsea said that she's learned a lot from her mother about modeling and the business. And she tells Samantha that she can come to her about anything. And then Samantha asked Chelsea to be her manager. That's cute for now. That's cute for now, but we all know Danny gonna end up managing this girl. So, but that's cute. Okay, it was cute. So anyway, Smitty and Martin are down to the bar. Blah 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 blah. I don't even know what they was really talking about. It was like, I appreciate this and that and you and all the Smitty does for the family because they just dry as toast with no butter, just dry. Tomas and Kat are at the same bar. And I didn't know it was, I moved that picture to the wrong section, so let me find it. So Tomas and Kat are at the same bar, wait, no. They're at the same bar talking about spending more time together, and Kat invites him to come to the anniversary party with her. And he's like, oh, is your granddaddy gonna be there? See, I told y'all. When a man gets approached by the men in the family, see, then they know that they got to be kept. You got to walk light, young man. You better tread light with Kat. That's what they done put you on notice of. Okay, so anyway, Smitty and Martine, let me go back to this picture. Um, they were talking about Samantha at the fashion show and that Tyrell is doing well too. But where is he at though? What I'm trying to figure out. Where Tyrell at? Huh? Because he been missing 2 episodes. Where he at? What he doing? Well, Chelsea is surprised that Samantha wants to go into modeling. And she said, after all that I've told her, she said, you still want to do that? And she said, yeah, I think I can do it. She says, yeah, but do you think your parents are going to let you do it? Because like I said, they all about that education and, safe careers and whatnot. So we're going to have to see, because they just got to tell me she could date somebody. Now you want to have a whole career change, girl. We're going to have to see, because I don't know. I think Smitty gonna be on your side, but Martin gonna be like, oh no, unless he's happy that you're following in his sister's footsteps. Then is it his sister? No, it's auntie. Unless he's happy that you're following in his aunt's footsteps, but we're gonna have to see. Because if they know about all you've been doing, Chelsea, they may not want this girl to be a model because they know how their mama get down, how her mama get down, and they know how you get down. And they don't want that for Samantha. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Well, Samantha tells Tyrell when they're talking, because Samantha said, I'm gonna tell them when they get home that I'm gonna be a model in my future, no matter what they talking about. Girl, we're gonna see. But anyway, Tyrell and Samantha are talking, and she's telling him that she wants to be a model, and she's like, but I need your help. I need for you to get in there and do your thing. And he's like, okay, I could do it. I'll do what I can do for you. Okay. So that's what he does. Let me see. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, so Chelsea sees Kat down to the one of them places that they meet up at. And she's telling her that Samantha wants her to be her manager. And she says, I think you can do it. I think that you can teach her all the ropes. And at the same time, you can use your influence to give her career a little bit of momentum. So Kat was for it. I thought she was going to be like, girl, you better ask your mom to do that. We busy. Even though she said, we busy right now with this purse line. She was like, but I think you can do it. You can do it. Okay, so when they get home, Tyrell tells Martin that I need to talk to you about something because you're right. I haven't been being upfront about something, so that he can separate um, Smitty from his dad, so that Samantha can talk to him. And Smitty picks that up, and he's like, "Okay, what you want to talk about? Because I already know y'all dividing and conquering. So what's up?" And she's like, "Well, I just want to tell you about, that I think I want a model." He's like, okay, all right then. But we shall see, because he ain't really gave no real reaction to that. But that's what had happened over to the Smitty Martin's house. Lord, I'm glad that's over. I'm sorry. Every time they come up, they just boring. Let me see what y'all talking about down here. Okay. So KB says, yes, our bushwashers. It's yes, our bush. Y'all leave people alone. So yes, our bush watchers. It's okay to say hello and please hit the like button. It's free 99. Thank you. It is free 99. Linda says, Smitty and Martin always hit the snooze button for me. They do. They just put me straight. It just seemed like that house is so quiet, very quiet over there. Do you want something to eat? I don't know. Are you hungry? Maybe. Yeah, it seems like it's like that over there. They need a dog. They at least need a dog to bring some noise in that house. My Lord. KB says, hey, Below, Dee, Linda, Bladen, Elaine, and Miss B, Tony. Happy Wednesday, fam. Linda, KB says, at Linda Barnett, Martin's voice gets to me sometimes, especially when he's trying to be tough. I hadn't even noticed that. KB says, does anybody know what happened to the couple that Chelsea was? Girl, I don't know, but we know that that's gonna come back. Somehow, some way, it's gonna come back around. Linda says, KB mommy, say what now? Oh, you didn't know that, Linda? Huh? Girl, you had missed that. Tony Lynn says, hello, KB mommy. Hello to you too. KB started laughing, is laughing. And Tony says, Kat is the aunt of Martin's daughter, and they about the same age, about 5 years or so apart. Mm-hmm. Kat is the aunt. Yeah. Wait, Kat. Wait a minute. Kat is the aunt of Martin's daughter. Yes. Okay, all right. I got you. I was reading that wrong. Okay, I got you now. All right. Okay, so moving on to Andre and the Ashley. Andre is at the hospital and Ted approaches him and he's shooting the nurses at the station. And when they see him, they walk off. And he wants to know why they freezing up on him now. He's like, what's going on? They used to love me around here. Now they walking out. What's wrong? First they love me, now they don't. And Andre's feeling a bit down and now doubting himself. And he said that they were first excited and now they're running from him. And Ted gives him a pep talk. One thing I want to point out about Ted today is that Ted is wearing a shirt, not a turtleneck. And I would also like to say that Ted was wearing that shirt, okay? So now, Turtleneck Ted, as y'all like to call him, is button up Ted too, and he looked good in that too. And to the new Ted, we still don't want it, okay? Anyway, I know you need a job, sir, but let them write you in as Andre's uncle or something that came back from your dad, from his mama side or something, because we just don't want it, sir. We don't want it. We'll see when we get there, but I just got a feeling we ain't gonna want it. So anyway, he's giving him a pep talk and tells him to wait it out. And the nurses are talking again, and Andre is shooting them, and he captures. Let me find this picture. Nurse Messi. And he told Ted when Ted came back around. He said, I think I found a new angle for the documentary, and I think it's gonna be Nurse Messi, Shanice. Cause look how he was looking at her. Did y'all catch how he was looking at her? Oh, Andre is so wishy-washy. He got a crush on everybody. I think he got a crush on me. Andre, you need to stop, child. You love it. KB, I think he got a crush on you too, girl. You, Elaine, me, DD, Destiny. He got a crush on all us. Blatant True, all of us, he got a crush on us because that's how he do. Ooh, that Andre something else. He just be in love. All right, y'all. Now we moving to they giving Lauren a little camera time. So let me find this picture of her because we don't see her that often. Where this picture of this po baby at? Where you at? Let me scroll up. Where you at, girl? Hold on, y'all. Let me find this picture because we definitely want her to have it. Did I upload? And I know I did not upload this child's picture because she don't get no camera time. There it is. Okay, so Lauren meets with the doctors and there's been a complication. She had a heart attack. Now, when did she have a heart attack? When did they skip over a whole heart attack? Or is she supposed to be sitting up in this bed like this now after she done had a heart attack last night or something? I'm lost. Y'all fill me in. But they think that a high potassium level led to it. So is that what she put in the thing? Did she put some potassium in her thing so that her numbers would read high? And that kicked off a heart attack? We need to know. Because y'all know Nurse Curly Bob been around there putting stuff in the girl IV bag. Okay. So now they say she need to stay in the hospital for the foreseeable future. What does that mean? For the foreseeable future. So because of what she put in this girl's IV, now she got to be in the hospital a long, long time. You know the hospital don't keep nobody for no long time no more. So what? Okay. But they said she also has an infection. So which one of these things did Nurse Curly Bob cause? Because she done jacked her up. She done jacked this child up, child. She can't even get out the hospital. This girl is young and she was vibrant and she was healthy all until this woman creeped in there in them gym shoes and that curly bob weave. I just tell you, she must be stopped. Let me see what y'all talking about before I move on. Okay, so KB. Wait, am I missing something? Okay, hold on. Y'all been talking up a storm out here. Okay, let me go up. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Okay. So Linda says, KB, do tell all. Blatant Truth said they just had to slide Ashley up in there and did. I mean, why they got the Smitty Martins up in there, they may as well let her back in too. Blatant Truth said he's still looking good and is looking good. And he is. Didi says Andre needs to expand his horizons beyond the hospital nursing station. No, that's what he finds all his women is around this hospital. Hmm. Yes, he needs to expand his horizons over to General Hospital. How did that song used to go? General, General Hospital, General Hospital. I don't know where that came from, but I remember them. They used to sing that. I think somebody had actually made a song out of it. KB says, "Does anybody know where Andre stays?" Girl, so cold. She said, "Does anybody know where Andre stays at night? He just appears with his backpack and camera out of nowhere." I'm just saying, girl, Andre is rich. Andre lives off a what you call them things when they oh God, I can't think of it. He's a oh God. What do you call that when the family puts the money in the thing? And y'all know what I'm saying. But anyway, he's got one of those. You know, Andre is all right. Okay. Elaine says, Martin and Smitty are still talking about the same things they were the first week while Danny had 8 things happen to her. This is why they are boring. It is like I'm tired of talking about the same thing. And now you done pull his son in here talking about the same thing in his life. Samantha the only one done pulled through and brought them something of a little bit different of a storyline. I mean, Linda says Andre is one great bird, one great big raging hormone. He is. KB says, Andre, let us find out you be in the bushes over here. Andre, we hope you, if you are, baby, it's your character we talking about now. We know you probably not like that in real life. Hmm. Linda says, that's a great big raging hormone. Okay, so Dee says LLSDA Lulu caused it. She did. We running out of name with to write her, running out of space with to write her name down on the paper. They done gave Lauren a whole new diagnosis since the car accident. Right, KB? I mean, really? I thought she was just in there for some plastic surgery. That's why Ted was her doctor, right? Right? Whew, Lord. We're gonna have to start a thing to free Lauren. Free Lauren, free Lauren. They treating her like Wendy Williams, stuck up in that place up there where they got her stuck. Let her up out of there. Tony says there's no way Andre will ever get married because he loves all the women. But if getting married is limitless, people at what it is limitless, people at same time, Andre would marry many women at the same time. Yeah, if he could marry as many women as he could, he would be married to everybody. I love you. No, wait, I love you. No, wait, I love you. Yeah, child, make up your mind. The potassium was the kicker. I saw that on Diagnosis Murder. Mm. KB says, if she's so sick, where are the machines and monitors asking for a friend? That's what I'm saying. Sometimes the IV is there, sometimes it ain't. It was there today. It was there today. Blatant Truth says, and I thought Mona worked for Nicole. Why hasn't she been back to work? She be there, but she be at the office at the hospital. And Dr. Nicole, most of her scenes have been at her home office lately. Mhm. And she was in the scene at the lunch where she always be at the lunch with Leslie. Mhm. Didi said trust. Elaine said, yeah, trust fund. Thank you. He's a trust fund, baby, indeed. Didi says, Elaine, good one. KB says, Linda, it was like the second week, I think. Chelsea told Kat that she had a date and met this guy and they were leaving and his wife walked in. Right. And that's what happened. They met up. She met up with a couple. Lauren KB says Lauren Dunn went from having to have physical therapy to now having sepsis. Lord fix it. But now you know sometimes they got to get creative on the show. Y'all know that now. Okay, so Nurse Curly Bob. Let me find this picture. Nurse Curly Bob done popped back up at the hospital, checking up on Lauren's file in the computer. And Nurse Messy walks up on her. And she was like, "Excuse me, who is you?" Now, Nurse Messy may be messy, but one thing she is professional. Okay. She knows her stuff. And that's why Andre was looking at her today like, because she does know her stuff and she is about business when she up on that job. She do not play about that. Okay. She might be on the phone gossiping and whatnot, but she knows her job. So when she saw this woman, she was like, "Excuse me, who are you?" And she turned around and baby, Leslie Laura Sherry Anna said that her name, not Leslie Dana Sherry Anna, said that her name was Lulu. Her name was Lulu. Girl. Mm-mm. 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 You know, she better hope that Nurse Messy don't put two and two together because she done been down to that hospital a few times. You know Nurse Messy don't miss nothing. New wig or not, it's gonna dawn on her that she's seen you. Cause I think I'm gonna have to go back and look now. Cause you done been down there a couple of times. A couple of times down there visiting Ashley. I ain't forgot. We ain't forgot, ma'am. Well, anyway, she said, "My name is Lulu Linhart. Lulu is from the South." Anna was from the islands, but now Lulu is from the South, Lulu Linhart. And I was transferred here just a couple of days ago. And I work on the third shift. That's why I ain't seen you, and you ain't seen me. And she said, Shanice looking at her like, uh-huh. She was looking at her like this the whole time. You know, when you squint your eyes and get that half smile when you're looking at somebody, because I know you're lying and something ain't right. My spidey sense is tingling. But go ahead, girl, and talk. Yeah, girl. You did what now? Uh-huh. She said, "Tell me again what hospital you said you came from. Run that by me again." And she's like, "Oh, yes." But then when she said, when Lulu Linhard had said to Nurse Messy, "I will definitely keep an eye out for you. That's a promise." Girl, you better not do nothing to Nurse Messy. Because we likes Nurse Messy around here. Shanice is our girl. You better not do nothing to Nurse Messy. Because I'm going to find a way to tell on you, girl. You leave her alone. But at the same time, I do wish you would leave that little pole Lauren alone. Well, it seems the doctor is worried about a mistake that was made by Ashley. Let me find this picture. Where's this picture at? Picture where? Thou? Okay. So it seems the doctor's worried about a mistake that was made by Ashley. And he said she said she ended up just putting a decimal in the wrong place. Now I hope Nurse Lulu did not do this. Don't you do this. Ashley want her little job. She's so happy about her little first job. Don't do that. Okay. Woo. But anyway, I also hope that Lauren's whole role is not going to be played from this hospital. Lulu has got to be stopped. Plus, why is she hurting this innocent girl? I just cannot figure that out. Well, while Andre was filming, he caught, excuse me, y'all know that paper might be a little loud. He caught by mistake Ashley talking to the doctor, and she immediately told him, "You better erase that. If you care anything about me, you'll erase that." Well, he ends up talking her into continuing on with filming. He was like, "Cause this will be a good part. Like it's a human side. It's real life, of being a nurse." So she goes on and admits that she made this clerical error on camera and continues to talk about it. And as she's talking about it, Derek walks in. And so when Derek walks in, she starts to get a little emotional because she switched up to talking about the personal stuff that can happen when you're in the hospital, and how her boyfriend is a firefighter, and she always knew that one day he could maybe end up being there, but the reality of it was a lot for her to deal with, and that made her cry. So later on, Ashley's sitting down and she's talking with Derek. And she's talking about how much she loves him and both of their careers. And Andre is back there listening in real good, like him and Eva must be related. Because baby, she knows she can listen at a door. Andre is just good at pretending like he's not listening when he is. He most definitely is. He's so messy too, in his own way. But anyway, as they're talking, they end up kissing. And then Andre is looking like, oh my God, I done lost my woman. That's okay. You could just turn your attentions back to Danny and Nurse Messy and whoever else you may come across, because you know you love everybody. Andre is a lover, not a fighter. Let me see what you all talking about before I move to this last section. Do, 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 do. What? No, wait. Elaine, KB. Hold on, y'all. Let me get there. Okay, so Dee Dee says whatever she did made it look like Ashley made a mistake on the file. Yeah, I think so. Because she was definitely in there typing up stuff, because she didn't need to find out her condition. You know what you did to her. You know what you did to her, girl. So I think she was in there doing that. But why are you doing that? You know what? And that's dirty to be doing that to Ashley. You friends with her mama. I just thought about that. Lulu, you is delulu, Lulu. Girl, you just need to stop. Blatant said Delulu. See, that's what I just said. She Delulu. KB says, since they have taken this way too far, so Shanice don't remember Sharice from when she was gonna jump. Oh, let me guess, she never saw her face, right? Okay, I think she got a phone call or something like, um, excuse me, Nurse Nicole, Dr. Nicole. There's somebody up on the rooftop talking about jumping. Can you go up there and talk to her? But like I said, she done been to that hospital many times. Right there at that very desk talking. And she had a natural hair on when she was there. But girl, it's just a bob. It's just a curly bob. I know you must know a girl. So anyway, um, Tony says Dana Sherry has more names and as many wigs as she owns, which is billions. That's true. I hope she invested in some kind of wig stock, even though stock has fallen. One thing we know, wig stock ain't about to fall. She should invest in that. We should invest in that, into some wig stock. Because one thing we can see is that she gonna keep the wig stock high. Linda said LLSD Delulu don't care who she throws under the bus and don't. Dee Dee says she doesn't even try to disguise herself. No glasses, no wig. Ma'am, we recognize you. Girl, we see you. Lulu, is that you, girl? KB says, how come no other nurse from the surgery center has been to see Lauren? Mm. KB says, does anybody have an extra hairbrush and some hairspray that they can let Ashley use, asking for my... You so doggone shady. Blatant says, we know Shanice is suspicious. You know we love a little suspicion over here, honey. KB says, Dee Dee, girl, wait a minute. Dee Dee, like, girl, don't you know we can see you? Yes. Linda says, Ashley need a whole new makeover. She does. She needs some of that Le Maquillage makeup that they have. Get some color match going on, because, girl, we need you to do better. But then, as a nurse, do they really have time to be cute at the place? I don't know. But I need to see her dressed up one time. Do something. Linda says, we should help her out, sis. We should start a GoFundMe. Is the GoFundMe going to be for Ashley? Or will it be to help Leslie, Laura, Dana, Sherry, Lulu buy more wigs? Y'all make up your mind down there. KB says, wait, I thought LLSD, the Lulu scene was at the nurse's station, was after Sherry's interaction with Dr. Flannery. Wait, hold on, let me read that again. Wait, I thought LLSD scene at the nurse's station was after Ashley's interaction with Dr. Flannery. I don't know. I can't remember. I try to put these together so that it's like one flowing story instead of jumping all over the place the way they show it on the screen sometimes. So that might have got moved out of order. So you could be right about that. Okay. Dr. Nicole, Eva, and Leslie Laura Sherry. Let's get it. Okay, so Dr. Nicole is at her office and she's talking to Kat because no, wait, she was at her office and she found that camera. Now I thought Kat had taken that camera out of there. After all, what's her name knew about it. So what was the point in keeping it up? Was it to keep her honest? I don't know. I have friends that are in loss prevention and they said that the cameras that you can see are the ones to keep you honest. The cameras that you don't see are the ones to catch people who really up to no good. So, it's to keep you from being tempted to do something when they let you see a camera. But believe you me, there are many more cameras that you know nothing about. Okay. So Dr. Nicole saw that camera in her office and she's like, oh my goodness. She goes and finds Kat and she says, I need to talk to you right now, pronto. So she told her, she said, listen, why is the camera still in my office? And I want you to stop harassing Eva. And Eva was just arriving, and Eva was doing what Eva do, listening at the door. One thing Eva gonna do is listen at the door. You're not gonna ease up on Eva with nothing, okay? Cause Eva, I'm trying to see if I still had Eva be just like this. Hmm. What's going on in here? Did y'all say something about me? That's one thing Eva gonna do. She gonna listen at the door. So she at that door getting the tea, and I'm sure she's loving the way that she's hearing Dr. Nicole just get all over Kat. Like, to me, it was almost like a sister moment. When you hear your parent getting on them for something for you, and you like, that's right, mama, give it to her, give it to her. Because I really think Eva is starting to feel like family around here. I mean, after all, it might be. But sidebar, did y'all catch that the other day when Leslie and Ted was talking? And she said the lawyer wanted her to have that procedure done. And he said, I didn't know nothing about that. And I thought, what do that mean? Because I was also thinking today, both of the kids for Ted and Nicole are of a darker hue, like him. And Eva is of a lighter hue, like Dr. Nicole. Do y'all think this gonna end up to be her daughter or something? Because I'm trying to figure it out. I'm so suspicious. Mm. But we shall see. We shall see. Because I know she got a secret too. Sweet as she is. Her and Ted can just confess to each other. I did this. Well, I did this too. And then y'all can forgive each other and move on. Well, you and the new Ted anyway. Well, Dr. Nicole told her, she said, you can't just keep on spying on Eva. You're making her job more difficult than it needs to be. It's unnecessary. Leave the girl alone. And she looking like, yeah, you're right, mama. But do y'all think she gonna stop spying on her? Cause I don't. She's like, Mama, listen, I already caught her going in your drawer and stuff. And she's like, yes, but that's because she was doing her job. Now, Dr. Nicole, you are a little bit naive, baby. Cause she was in your private files where she ain't had no business looking. You know she ain't supposed to be looking at the files for the patients, girl. Stop playing crazy. But anyway, she wants to keep her. And then she said, listen, I'm not trying to diagnose you, but she's not your replacement. You're my daughter and I love you. You ain't got to worry about that. You good. And she was looking like, Mom, it's not really that, but it might be a little bit of that because she do, she see you try, you treat. Not that all you did let that girl go in her closet and wear her dress. And she ain't like that. Well, Dr. Nicole said that she would dispose of that camera herself. And then Eva and Kat pass each other in the hallway as she's leaving out and just look each other up and down. Y'all need to stop acting like that. Meanwhile, down to the restaurant, Tomas sees Eva and he flirting. He like him some Eva. He likes Eva because Eva, he talks to Eva about stuff that he don't talk to Kat about. He talks to Kat about fluffy stuff. It's like Kat is so busy fawning over him that I don't know that she really delves into who he is or whatever, but Kat does. So she's telling him that, I might be fired from my job soon because he's trying to make her laugh because she looks sad. And, she said, I might be losing my job soon because Lauren has gotten better. And he says, that's good, right? She was like, no, I mean, yeah, but no, because I'm really starting to like it over there. She's like, they treat me like family. Like I'm starting to see them like family and I really like working around them. And then he says, so do you want some advice or you just want to talk? And so she said, well, you know what? Let me let you talk. How's things going down to the law office? And so she listens to him talk about what's going on with his case. See, Kat, I don't think you know what's going on with the case, girl, because you're going to be talking to the boy. But Tomas like him some Eva. And she cute. So, whatever. And I don't know. I think Eva going to win this. I don't know. It depends on what Tomas really wants. If he gets with Kat, then it helps him build his future. If he gets with Eva, then that's somebody that he really likes. But Eva, please don't get into the same situation that your mama got into, girl. Don't do it. And sidebar, I really hope that Eva is Leslie's daughter because if she know her way around the nursing station, like one of y'all has said before, I think it was Real Talker Elaine has said that maybe she stole her from the hospital because it's starting to look like, girl, maybe you did. Maybe you did because you know your way around the hospital. Lord knows you know your way around the wig. Well, Dr. Nicole and I was also wondering if Tomas would maybe get Eva a job down to the law firm. Can y'all imagine? Any of it would be good if she worked for Ted, if she get a job down to the law firm, any of it works. All of that works. I was also wondering who was this cake company because I'm a fat baby, so I'd be wondering, the fat baby and me be wondering about stuff when they mention food. So I was like, is that a real cake place? Because that was kind of another product placement they did, was it not? I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna find out. Not that I'm gonna order nothing. I just want to know, was that product placement? Well, Dr. Nicole and Ted are talking about what should happen with Eva. And Ted suggests that maybe they could set her up as a stylist at the country club. Girl, I hope you was really a stylist, girl. I really hope you got your cosmetology license, child. Because if not, it's about to come out. Either that or you just had to be a shampoo girl. And you ain't gonna make no money doing that. So y'all got to come up with something better than that. I don't want her. I don't want her. We don't want her down to the beauty shop, down to the country club. We don't want that. Anyhow, they really want to see her land on her feet well. And Eva got her ear pressed up to that door. Like she do. She's so nosy. But we love it. So when she hears them say that maybe she could work at that beauty shop, she looked so disappointed. She just looked like all the air had been let out of her balloon because that's not what she wants. She wants to work for Dr. Nicole. And I don't think it's for bad reasons either. I don't think it is. Because I just don't think she's like a mother. Well, when Eva gets home, Eva is talking to her mother, and sidebar, that coat that her mama had on was everything. It was. I like that. That little African coat baby was doing it, okay? But anyway, she gets home and she's telling her mother that the Richardsons want to get her a job as a hairdresser. And she was like, oh, you ain't got to worry about that. Because, oh, wait, hit the pause button for a second, because this is at the end anyway. So here's what I was wondering when I was watching the show the other day when Ted came to the house. Do y'all see that picture in front of Eva right there? Do y'all see that? Ain't that a picture of her and her mama? Hmm. Where was that picture at when Ted was by the other day? Production. I need you to do better. Because that picture's always been sitting there. So where was it when he walked in on her? Now I got to go back and see when he walked in on her. Did she knock that picture down too? Did I miss that? Because that's sitting there. And then that picture, oh, you can't see it in here. There's a picture behind her. You'll see it in future scenes. Whenever they show that bookcase, there's a picture up on that bookshelf that was there when Ted was there. So who is that a picture of? Because I'm gonna be on it from now on. Because this the kind of stuff I like to find when I'm watching movies. Little mistakes like that. I'm like, that it ain't enough water in the glass anymore. The time clock didn't move. Blah blah blah. Different stuff like that. So anyway, I was just wondering about that. But anyhow, she's telling her mother about what happened with Nicole, not Nicole, with Lauren. And her mother's like, oh, that's good. Sherman, 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 Sherman. She just so happy. You see her face, how happy she is. It made Eva ask her mama, did you have something to do with this? And she was like, now what could I have? How could I have given this child an infection? Girl, we don't know. You probably took that dirty gym shoe you had on and rubbed it up in her sore or something. We don't know what else you did while you was in the hospital. Cause you're dirty. But Eva face the whole time her mama, when she asked her mama, did you do this? Eva is suspicious. You hear me? She don't believe her mama because she know her mama be doing stuff. Child, we ain't got time. We do not have time. Mm-mm. We do not have time. Okay, so I think that, what the mother told her is that, things are just working out in our favor. God just shining all over us, girl. He is. Girl, you need to stop. You need to be stopped because you be doing too much. Before we get to these questions, let me get down here in these comments and see what y'all talking about. Let us see. Let me scroll up because I know y'all been down here talking about this. Hold on. Let me find where to go start at. Because they changed things, it used to be so easy to come back and find where you had left off at, but now they got to go change stuff. Okay, so Destiny said it's the same blue scrubs. KB said, oh no, Miss Jen, you're doing a great job, boo. Well, thank you. Did somebody have said something? Did I did something wrong? Okay, but thank you very much. Okay, and KB says, okay, she says, Linda, thanks. KB says, now Nicole is starting to aggravate me. Why is she always coming down so hard on her own daughter over this perfect stranger? I don't know. But that is a good question. It's like Ted and her know something somebody don't, or something, I don't know. Because she couldn't do that to me. I'd be like, girl, I'm your daughter. You better go ahead on. Y'all don't know me like that, but I don't play by my mom and dad. My father passed away not too long ago, but baby, I played no games. I played no games. Eva is a bad rash. She's Eva is to me a bad rash. She's everywhere. Eva, we like Eva. Eva and her daddy stay ear hustling and do. KB says, yes, I caught that too. Eva is a bad rash. She's everywhere. Eva is an annoying gnat fruit fly. Just can't get rid of her. Y'all leave Eva alone. Tony says, maybe Eva is Ted and Nicole's daughter. Dana Sherry disguised like a nurse or doctor. Said that the baby passed away due to the miscarriage, but she stole that baby. Could be. You never know. But that would really be a plot twist, wouldn't it? Linda says, Tomas and Eva have a lot of chemistry. Yep, they do. I like their chemistry better. They have a lot of chemistry, more so than Kat. Because Kat is just, you so cute. You so cute. I got a cousin, right? And he fine. He is. And he said one of the things that he hates is when if he catch a woman just staring at him all the time. He's like, I don't like that. And I'm like, what you looking at? You just so fine. He's like, I hate that. So, Kat, I don't know if that's gonna work out for you, girl. You better stop fawning all over this man. That's his job. Blatant says, Tony Lynn, that actually happened on Family Business. Leslie Dana plays on that show as well. I might have to start watching it just to watch our girl play in that. Dee says, oh no, KB mommy, I like Eva. She's a victim of her mother's lies. I think she just wants a real family. I think she does too. Tony Lynn says, hi, Blatant Truth, so true, and this happens on Young and the Restless too. Blatant says, now they know she was doing hair in the house. So shady. Y'all so shady. Wait a minute, I started out doing hair in the house. Leave her alone. Back when I was doing hair and got my license, I started out at the house. I sure did. I was a kitchen beautician. I was. Elaine says the triangle between Thomas, Eva, and Kat will be another layer of friction. It will. Didi's mommy, KB mommy says, Didi, I like her too. She seems so happy when she's around Ted and Nicole. She's also started to question LLSD Delulu because things always seem to happen with Lauren. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Dee Dee says, side note, and that's true. You done run this girl off the road, didn't even stop to check on her, done put her in the hospital, and now you don't want to make sure she stay up in the hospital some more. Girl, and the girl ain't done nothing to you that we know of. All of this just to get Cat a job over there? Girl. Dee Dee says, side note. Dee Dee, you better come on with the side note. Dee Dee says, side note. I love Eva's hair. Her hair is gorgeous. I love that they allow the actress to wear a natural hair. Yeah, it is very, very pretty on her too. Destiny says, it's the same photo from the coffee shop, I believe. Elaine says that picture was, wait, it's the same photo from the coffee. Oh, from the coffee table, I believe. Nope. There was also, let me go back and show you. Let me see if I still have that. That picture is still on the coffee table because that picture was just a picture of Eva by herself. See? This picture, hold on. Wait, where did the other picture at? Where is that picture? That picture is a picture of them together. So where was that at? I needs to know. Let me go back to these comments. Not even, well, no, I wish they had left the comments alone. Okay, Elaine says that picture was right in front of Ted. He walked right past it. Yeah, but he was talking facing her. We should have seen it. He should have seen it. And it's sitting up higher on a sofa table. And I looked for it. It wasn't there because I was looking. I was looking. The picture on the bookshelf looked like a baby picture, right? It did to me too. Linda says, "Oop, there is so much tea gossip at the beauty shop. It is. They better keep her from around there." KB says, "Yes, Eva's hair is everything." Linda says the makeup on the show is fire. It does, except Ashley, but maybe they're trying to make her look like that on purpose. I don't know. Dee Dee says the words of Whoopi Goldberg and goes, "Eva, girl, you in trouble." I ain't never seen that movie, but okay. Dee Dee says, "I mean danger." Uh-oh. Hold on. Blatant Truth says, nothing wrong with being a kitchen beautician, but they just plan on throwing her over to the country club and haven't seen her work. No, she ain't going over there. She is not going over there. That's a new set that we don't need to see. I don't need to see no beauty shop. Thank you. Eva Lynn says, Eva hairdo reminds me of Lionel Richie's heyday in the 70s when he was with the Commodores. He had a fierce afro. He did. And he did. But looking at her stuff on IG, her hair is really pretty. It's like she has beautiful hair, and they all so nice. I was looking at a video that Leslie Laura had put up when she was walking around asking all the different people that work on the show, give me one word to describe Leslie. So let you know what, we'll do that Friday night. We'll do the give me one word to describe Leslie, and you got to think about what your one word is going to be, because Friday night we're going to do a live Friday evening. On Fridays, I'm going to try to do live and to give me time to do some other stuff during the day. So Friday night, we are live and we're going to celebrate having 2,000 subscribers because we are at 1,199. And by then, I'll have the little thing I put together for y'all for that. Okay, so KB says, Tony Lynn, you just made me spit out my water. What did Tony say? That was you that said that about the Commodores. Okay, Tony. And he says, sorry, KB, LOL. Child, y'all so messy. Every time we come back here and talk about these doggone Duprees, y'all got to get started. Just got to get started. KB says, it's okay. I wasn't expecting that. All right, y'all. So we better come on with these questions. Will Tyrell tell his daddy the truth about what's happening at school? Or is he just going to go back there and lie like his daddy? Is Eva really a hairdresser? Or was that a lie too? Will Leslie, Dana, Sherry, Anna, Lulu be able to fit all these names on her ID badge? Or will Nurse Messi find out before she can hurt that poor Lauren again? We will have to keep watching and keep our eyes and ears open as we continue to peer beyond the gates. All right, y'all. As always, it's always a blast hanging out with you guys. Don't forget to plan to be here live Friday evening, where we will have a open panel where you guys can come up and talk about some things and have your one word ready to describe Leslie. What is your one word to describe Leslie? And you only get one. So think about it. All right, y'all. Don't forget to like the video. And if you haven't become a subscriber, go on and be the 2,000 subscriber because we just need one today to make it. Okay. Destiny says, until tomorrow. KB says, Lynn, I do what I can when I can do what I can. Wait, I do what I can when I can do what I can. All right, girl. Linda says, like, share, subscribe, and comment, and hit the notification ding bell. And she also says, bye, gatekeepers. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. And I do hope that you're having a great day. And if not, there's still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one anyway? I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.
How did you get beyond the gates? Be gone.
Tell absolutely no one that I'm the one that let you in behind the gates. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.